ti ṣe o, bàbá ti ṣe o, ó ti ṣe o, bàbá ti ṣe o, ohun tó ń bà wá lẹ́rù, bàbá ti ṣe o, Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name remains Sumiki Adebayo. If this is your first time here, thank you for joining us, and please don't forget to click on the subscribe button and show that you turn on your notification bell so you can be notified when I post a new video. My returning subscribers, thank you so much for always coming back. This particular vlog is going to be kind of long because I will share with you guys the story of how I got my first job here in Brazil. I know most of us already know that. It's no news again. Then, okay, I thought to share this story, how the whole thing went, to encourage people like me that find themselves in the same situation I found myself months ago. So, and if you are planning to relocate to another country, especially for a non-English country, especially based on family union visa, then you need to see this video. Yes, let's take it back to when I was in Nigeria. okay, I was working in one of the reputable bank in Nigeria. I won't mention the name. So, and when myself and my husband decided to come together, see, let no one deceive you, there's nothing like husband and wife being together. See, there's nothing like that. Two are better than one. There's a reason why the Bible says that. So we decided to come together, and of course I know I have to quit my job, but you know, the joy of coming, in fact the joy of leaving Nigeria to another country and the joy of coming to meet my husband overwhelmed the thought of quitting my job, you understand? So of course we already have everything planned out. Before even I left Nigeria, I was already looking for opportunities here in Brazil in terms of schooling. We applied to some schools here in Brazil, and unfortunately I was not given the admission. And I can't remember where and when we got the news. I don't think it was when I was in Nigeria. I think it was when we got there. So, but even at that, I already made up my mind I was leaving Nigeria. So, and my husband knew that by the time I get here to Brazil, things will fall in place. We'll find a way around it. So, another thing is, the first month, of course, now it was like honeymoon. Of course, I think it was a honeymoon kind of, because we got married in December. So, the first 1 month, everything was still rosy. You know, my husband was at home, everywhere. I didn't have the feeling that that's not done on me at that time. The second month too, it was kind of fine. See, by the time you get to the third month, I started rethinking again. Okay, to be careful, what do you want to do with your life? What do you want to do with your life? See, it is true that by the time you relocate or you leave your country to another country based on family union visa, that is, you get to that country based on your spouse, based on your marriage, so many things will change. That's it. But I want to encourage you that let no one pressure you, because I remember when I got there, after the 2-3 months, I started getting questions. My friends, family, and everyone started asking questions that, okay, what are you doing in Brazil? What are you doing in Brazil? This and this and this and so many. Like, see, let no one rush me. I'm still enjoying my husband. I know at the side I was already looking for opportunities, you understand? But still, don't entertain any rush, any fear. You know, just take your time. I remember telling someone, one of my friends that also relocated to another country recently, and she was asking me about how I was able to blend well and everything, especially the fact that I'm in a non-English speaking country. How is it going with me? And I had to come clean to her. I said, see, don't rush. When it is time, God will make it possible. While you are still trying to figure out all these things is going to work, just develop yourself. Keep putting value into yourself. When the opportunity comes, you're going to go for it. Right now, just keep calm. If it's for you to learn the new language, fine, that's fine by you. Or you start learning things, just ensure that you don't entertain any fear. Don't let anybody, put unnecessary pressure on you. That's one lesson I learned too. Don't let anybody put unnecessary pressure on you. In fact, some people will be giving you reasons why you shouldn't have left. It's a decision you made. It's a decision you and your husband made. And just know that whatever happens, you guys are going to bear the consequence together. But then, let me just tell you, your eyes will clear. Your eyes will clear after some time. So, as you're enjoying your husband, now, you guys know what I'm talking about. You just met your husband. You guys have been away for a long time. My husband was apart for 3 years before we came together. So, when we came together, now the love and everything. But while you're enjoying your spouse, ensure that you're already planning out something, because after some time, your eyes will clear. Just take it like that. After some time, I started feeling kind of down. Sometimes I will ask my husband, babe, what's going on? Somewhere like Brazil, for instance, job opportunities are not rampant. In fact, it's tough. It's tough. See, I understand the fact that there's some countries that after some months, everything will go out well with you. Countries like US and everything, that you can just get a job part-time and everything. And in fact, you see some of your friends or even some people, after some months, they'll get a car, they get things. Brazil is not like that. Don't let me lie to you. Brazil is not like that. And I don't know for any other English-speaking country, but in Brazil, most of the foreigners that are here are earning based on their schools, stipends, scholarship and everything. But to get a real job here in Brazil is kind of difficult, especially because of the language. So I knew something like that is going to happen. My husband is annoying to me, learn Portuguese. This Portuguese of a thing. I'm trying, it's not entering. It's difficult. But I keep trying and trying. Now let's fast forward to how I got the job. Enough of the stories. Someone like me, I know how to make hair. Not so seriously, but I know I can play around my hair. I've been doing that since when I was in Nigeria. In fact, I was sharing with some people on my WhatsApp recently, and most of you must have seen it, my friends. She was saying that it's so funny that it's not like I went to a breeding school or something, and when she realized how much I've grown and all, she's so surprised and just thank God for my life. And it's true. And I remember far back to when I was in secondary school, I used to make hair for my friends then. Even my sister told my mom or myself, like the first time I made it on myself, it was so bad. But of course, in Nigeria, my work did not permit me to have enough time to make it on myself. But when I got to Brazil, I didn't know that, babe, you need to sit down and start doing these things, because making hair here, going to any salon to make hair here is very expensive. So which was how I started. And when I got here too, in lieu of all those things and not getting anything to do, my husband knows I like making videos, taking pictures and everything. And he suggested, why don't you open a YouTube channel? It's what you love doing. So just open a YouTube channel, and it's like you are having fun and you're, making money in the side. You are doing things that you like doing. So it's not like you are being forced to do all these things. I said, okay, seems like a good idea, kind of. So I started it, which was why I started the YouTube channel. So, to tell you, to show you guys interesting things in Brazil and make my hair is what I do every time, just to make content out of it. So I'll make hair on myself, I'll post on my channel, I'll post on my Instagram page, all those things. I'll share, keep everything. Then my husband was like, okay. Then one day, see, when your time is ready for a thing, God will make it possible, no matter how the devil tries. When your time is up for something, God will make it possible. When the time to favor you comes, when the time for God to answer that prayer comes, God will make it possible. You might not know how it will happen, but God will just make it possible. You understand? The day I got this job, myself and my husband just relocated to this part of the city. That was even another story. We just got here and we're just throwing one day. Since I know how to make hair, my husband was suggesting, okay, why don't we look out for a salon or something? But the problem is, most of the places we've been to here in Brazil will always complain about me or my inability to speak Portuguese. So it's kind of very, very discouraging for me. So if you know you are going to a country, you have the plan of looking to a country, especially a non-English speaking country, ensure that even before you get there, start learning the language. So it won't be like it's when you get there that you start learning the language. To be so hard for you to relate with those people, or even to get opportunities. So learn from my mistake. Start learning it from now. Don't wait when you get to that country before you start learning their language. Okay, so one day we were just, checking around the new neighborhood, and we saw this big salon. The painting on the wall is a black woman with curly hairs, and the name of the salon is Black Fabulous. That was one of the first thing that caught us, like the first thing we fell in love with. It was saying black. And someone said, it seems this salon will be making hair for black, so it seems it's a black people salon. Okay, so and we decided to chat them up on Instagram, and I introduced myself. The admin responded, but after some time she did not respond again. I just said, why wait? Let's just go now. We'll explain ourselves what we want. Go badger law. Then we decided to go the following day, and we entered the salon. My God, a big one. And I told my husband, hey, are you sure we're in the right place? Even the salon that we've been to is not as big as this. And they all insist that I speak Portuguese. My husband said, just calm down. So after some time, we had to wait for a long time. So after some time, we attended to, and my husband, of course, was the one that, spoke to them. He was the one that communicated with them, and he told them this and this. She knows how to do this, and my husband showed them. We showed them the videos of the hair I've made, and she knows how to do this. She knows it. So the lesson is, whatever you are trusting God for, ensure that it makes you prepared. If you are trusting God for a car, do you know how to drive? If you are trusting God for a job, what kind of job are you trusting God for? That kind of job, is it what you already have understanding about? For example, if you are trusting God for a data analyst job, do you know how to code? Do you know all these programming languages and all? So let's make you prepared. That day, it's just like my CV. What I prepared for them, what I give for them is my videos. Which is why it's good to make videos, make content, it's like you're showing yourself what you can do. If I just told them by mouth that day that I know how to make it, of course they can say, okay, give me a client, so yeah, try your this thing. But since I already showed them everything I've been doing for fun, even on my own head, in fact, that was what even impressed them the more. Like, I made the hair myself. Okay. I said, but my husband said, excuse, she does not speak Portuguese. They said, no. It's not a problem. She won't be doing much talking, but of course she will learn as she goes and things like that. I say, God, this is a finished work. Like, God has finished it. When you say God went ahead of us, like, I can say for real that it was God's favor, because they told us that in fact they are looking for auxiliary, like assistant, salon assistant that will be doing this thing. So they already prepared the flyers they want to send out by the next week. I said, God, this is, I said, okay, so when can she resume? In fact, our initial thought was for me to just go and resume as an intern while I learn, so that I will just find someone to be going, and no matter how little they want to pay. I said, no, she'll be working as a salon assistant, and she can resume the following week. My brother and sister, I resumed the following week. That was last year, August, as a salon assistant. So all I was doing was just, all these busy logistic and all those things. Now, fast forward to this year. One of the stylists decided to leave the salon and go and start her own salon, which means they are short of a stylist. And because I've been with them for a while, the boss just pushed it to me, told me, por favor, nós queremos, we need this thing. Do you think you can do it? It's like, okay, I can do it. My husband was the one that followed me that day too, because we took a long break before I resumed this year. So I said, she can do it. This man, what are you saying? I mean, always finishing, now if you braid very well, you go to a salon, now that there are people that always start the hair and there are people that used to finish the braids. So that finishing the braids is my own work that I've been doing since last year. So this time, and they are kind of very different from our own. There's so many things around it. I was not so sure I was ready to step up as being the hairstylist or as being a braider. So my husband said no, it's what she can do. Even my boss said, no, that if I need anything, they will assist me with it, but they are desperately in need of a stylist, and I think that I can work well with it. My brother and sister, that's how I started working as a hair braider. It's so good that I'm grateful to God, level of my growth, and God has really been helping me. Most of the clients have been making hair for, I've been coming back with so many beautiful reviews. They will keep saying that they love my hair, they do this, tag me on Instagram. I've met a lot of friends, my clients, they are wonderful people, and I'm so grateful to God because God made it possible. He provided the opportunity for me, and I'm so grateful to God. And the experience so far is, as at the time the lady left, I was still not so sure that I can do what I did, and I can say that God has been helping me. The growth is tremendous. I've really grown for the past few months that I've started working as a braider. So if you know that you are trusting God for something, ensure that you are prepared for it. And for those working, for those that find themselves in a non-English speaking country, ensure that you have something at hand even before you go. And that's why I would tell you that Ishiawo is very important. What is Ishiawo? Hard working. You are living like, see, all these things in Nigeria, we don't count it as something that is very, very lucrative, is very, very important. Because someone like me that was working in a bank, I didn't see any need for me to know how to do all these things. But when you travel out of the country and you find yourself in countries where there are little or no job opportunities, you realize that all these things are very important. So ensure that you have a skill, you learn a skill, whatever it is that you love doing, ensure you learn a skill before you jackpot. Because by the time you jackpot, that is what is going to help you in so many ways. I'm not talking about countries that is easy for you to get a job, but somewhere like Brazil, I know some people can relate to what I'm saying, or some other countries in which you is very hard for you to get a job. Ensure you have a skill you are good at. Ensure you have videos, pictures of your work that you've done, so that you can publicize yourself, and it is going to make way for you. Of course, God's factor is still number one. It's God's favor that opened the door, but ensure that it meets you prepared. And so in another video, I'll be sharing with you other opportunities that is open for foreigners in Brazil. It's not just hairdressing, of course. There are other things that I know that foreigners do in Brazil, and they are really good at it, and it's really helping them. So I hope I would love to share it with you guys. And that's all for today's video. And the lesson there is that be prepared before the time. Ensure that you invest so much in yourself. Before you leave the country, you and your partner should talk things through, plan it together. What am I going to do? Especially if it's family reunion visa, where you are traveling to the other country to meet your spouse. Not like it's based on students and all things, that you're just going to school or you already have your job ready for you. Prepare yourself. You guys should plan this well, and everything is going to work out well. Trust in God. I think that this video has taken longer than I thought. Okay guys, I hope you've learned one or two things, yes, and that will be the end of this video. Thank you so much for your time. Ensure that you subscribe to my channel, please, like this video and let me know what you think about everything that was said. Thank you very much, and see you in my next video. Bye.